The first quarter of 2023 has almost passed, and I'm excited to give you an overview of what will be delivered with the upcoming release of SAP HANA Cloud. Welcome to my personal highlights of Q1 2023. My name is Thomas Hammer and I'm the lead product manager for SAP HANA Cloud. In the next 5 minutes, I will give you a comprehensive overview over some of the latest and greatest innovations that we will be introducing to one of our flagship products. Let's first have a look at some general enhancements. On the security side of things, you will soon be able to reset the admin user password via a self-service in SAP HANA Cloud Central. With the new release, you don't need to open a service ticket anymore, which allows you to react much quicker and avoids unnecessary delays and finally potential database downtimes. Talking about increasing flexibility and service availability, I'm happy to announce that changes to the configuration of memory, vCPU or storage will soon be done with near zero downtime, which means without the need for an instance restart. The downtime and the time needed for pre-planning configuration changes will thereby be minimized. Next, for Q1 2023, we're happy to introduce a couple of innovations once again to SAP HANA Cloud's machine learning capabilities. We will be adding functionality to our predictive analysis library to support explainability for AutoML classification and regression pipelines, to allow automated polynomial feature generation for the numeric input columns, to work with custom interface configurations for AutoML pipelines, improving the integration into applications, and lastly, to enrich time series classification by supporting a rocket transformation, enabling faster and a more accurate time series classification. Next on my list of highlights are innovations specifically related to our SAP HANA Cloud SAP HANA database. Let's first have a look at the innovations related to the cloud infrastructure. With the latest release, we're going to add support for different performance classes for SAP HANA database instances. You will gain more freedom to choose a core-to-memory configuration that is best suited for your specific workload needs by allocating either more memory or more processing power to your instance. Doing so, you can ensure to have the right amount of resources at hand while maintaining reasonable cost. Furthermore, the connection limit will in future be adjusted based on the instance size. In detail, that means we will allow 500 concurrent connections to be supported for every vCPU of an instance up to 30,000. This way, you will gain flexibility to increase the number of parallel connections for your instance. Like last quarter, I would like to call out some specific enhancements in the area of calculation view modeling, like the ability to decide about the level of aggregation granularity when querying calculated measures, the possibility to change the sequence of columns in the mapping pane, and the option to use user-defined functions in calculated columns and filter expressions. As always, our latest release is also going to introduce some new great features for the SAP HANA Cloud Data Lake specifically. User experience and data type compatibility are key. In Q1 2023, we will introduce the Boolean data type for the relational engine in SAP HANA Cloud Data Lake. It will then provide the same semantics as the one in SAP HANA Cloud SAP HANA Database. Besides, we will increase the throughput when moving or copying data in bulk from SAP HANA Database to the Data Lake relational engine in SAP HANA Cloud. This, of course, will significantly improve the performance and make data tiering even more efficient. And in addition to these great highlights, our first release of SAP HANA Cloud in 2023 introduces many exciting other innovations, like enhancements to the alter table capabilities for HDB table, self-service migration support of on-premise SAP HANA platform instances to SAP HANA Cloud, TypeScript support for the SAP HANA Client Node.js driver, and many more. And with that, my first release teaser of 2023 comes to an end. If you're looking for a more detailed overview over the Q1 release of SAP HANA Cloud, Don't miss out and stay tuned for our What's New blog or register for our What's New webinar. Thank you so much for tuning in and following along my tour through my personal highlights of our upcoming release of SAP HANA Cloud. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you don't want to miss any news or content. See you next quarter.